With that, we have one final speech, and we have AJ Better.
I was awoken to my mother screaming. I rushed out of my room and saw 4 German soldiers in our living room. One of them has shot my father, and the others are pointing their guns to my mother and little sister, Abigail. All of us were crying and begging for our lives to be spared. I'll never forget the soldiers' cold and heartless faces smiling at me. It's been 75 years now, but I still have those nightmares of the camp and all the innocent lives I saw being taken away. My name is Annalise Stein, and I was 16 when my mother and sister was forced to leave everything behind, including my unburied father. March 19th, 1943. It's still very dark when the soldiers took us to a train, packed with people. They're shoving us into a train and locking the doors. I don't understand what's happening. I'm tightly holding onto Abigail's hand. We've been on this train for days now without food or water. My mother is getting very sick and started constantly coughing up blood. I'm scared that I would lose my mother too. March 20th, 1943. I'm trying to look outside from the little crack inside the train. I can see people wearing striped clothing. It looks like pajamas. But why do they all look like walking skeletons? We arrived at a camp called Buchenwald. The Nazis are yelling and dragging us out of the train. I'm trying to help my mother up while holding Abigail's hand. As soon as we got out, the Nazis separated us. They went to the left side while I got taken to the right side. Abigail is crying now, wanting to be with me too. The Nazi pushed her back into the line with my mother. I saw my mother spitting up blood, trying to get back on her feet. I can see the horror on my mother's face when the Nazi soldier grabbed his gun and shoot my mother on the spot. I fell to my knees crying. I can hear Abigail screaming, "Mommy, Mommy!" Then I heard another bang. I can't hear Abigail anymore. When I opened my eyes, I saw a pool of blood rushing out of her chest. She was only 4 years old. People were forced to walk on top of their bodies. I want to be with my family again, but I've lost everything and everyone I loved in a blink of an eye. I never got a chance to say I love you one last time. I have to stay strong now because all I have is myself. January 19th to 29, 1945. Every day the Nazi soldiers are making us dig holes. They're laughing at us every time they shoot a person. Then they would make us put their bodies in a hole or pile them up to be burned. I can see so many faces giving up and wanting to die. Every day I'm telling myself, I will not give up today or tomorrow or the next day after tomorrow, because the moment I give up on myself is the moment I stop living and I would become a walking corpse too. The Nazis aren't human and they're worse than monsters. I have to outlive them. No, I know I will outlive them. They can try to take my freedom away, and they can try to take my happiness away, but they will not take my pride away from me. I'm proud to be Jewish, and I'm proud of who I am. This is my motivation to keep on living. I'll only win against them if I don't give up. I may be skin and bones, but I'll never let them see me break. On April 11th, 1945, I woke up to people screaming in joy. I carefully walked outside, and I can see so many happy faces smiling. People are running out of their barracks, and some who couldn't walk crawled out. I couldn't see any Nazi soldiers. All I can see is American uniforms, and I realized that this is the day we're finally free. I'm 91 years old now, with 5 kids and 9 grandchildren. I tell my story to educate others and to remind them of this part of history. When all the Holocaust survivors are gone, who will tell their stories in the future? I want others to know more about the Holocaust survivor stories to prevent anything like this to ever happening. Please, keep our stories alive. You have the power to heal the world. Don't be a bystander. If you have different religious background or ethnicity, the most important thing is you respect the other's faith and customs rather than trying to change them. Be the voice to the silence and let their story be heard. Thank you.